Hey, so I want to show you what's new with the Reason 11 update. They've just recently added a really awesome player called the Beat Map, and we're just going to take a quick look at that. So let's get stuck into it. You're on Emlyn in the Mix.
I used to think of my life as a rap star. I used to think of my life as a trap star. Record on the beat, put it on a needle. Record on the beat, put it on a needle. I used to think of my life as a rap star. I used to think.
Alright, so here we are looking at the Beat Map. It literally looks like a Google map. You can see I can move it around like so. And wherever I place this, we're going to get basically a new sort of sound or a new rhythm. Sorry, not a new sound, because the sound you can change obviously with whatever sort of drum sampler you've got in there. But this is just going to basically change our rhythm up. So I want to have a listen back just so you guys can hear it here. Press play. I've just got redrum as my drums at the moment. I can obviously change the preset as well, but if I press run here, it's going to start playing back. And I move through and we get sort of some different nuances and different drumming. Wow, getting quite complex there. Okay, so let's say I like my bass drum here. I can actually press this button here, which will add like a little map sort of location icon. Now what that'll do is it'll keep my bass drum playing that rhythm, and then I can search through and look for other rhythms for the other four playback, snare, hi-hat and percussion. So let's do that. I'm going to place one there. I like that bass drum, or I like that kick drum there, so let's move around a bit. I like the percussion here, so I'm going to keep the percussion here. Alright, I'm going to keep my hat and my snare here. Now obviously that's a pretty sort of crazy sounding, rhythm. And I can then, if I don't like this kit, I can change my kit. Actually, I mean, you can come up with some pretty crazy stuff. Obviously, this is not the best example of a amazing beat, but it sort of helps you to find and locate a good sounding groove that you could use in your track. And then actually to get it out of there, it's so simple. You've got this center track. You just click that. That actually bypasses the beat map now. You can see it's in bypass all mode. And you want to turn your pattern mode off here, which was already off. Now when I press play, it's going to play it back in the sequencer. And I've got all the MIDI information here, so if there's something I don't like I think there's a bass drum, sounds a little bit out of time, we can always just get rid of that. I think it's that one there, we just get rid of that. And in fact, the loop up to this point here, and we turn off my click track, it actually sounds pretty good. Like, to me, that is a groove, and that's just been put together literally in 20 seconds, just mucking around with the beat map. So that is really cool. Now the next thing I want to quickly show you is there's different actual beat maps. So let's pull up another beat map here, and I'm just going to mute this track here. So let's mute it, and let's get another instrument up. Alright, so I'm going to use the Kong for this example, and I'm going to get myself a beat map. I'm going to put it here. So again, we've got our beat map, and we've got our lovely grassy terrain here, where we can search for Pokemon, and so, no, just kidding. Alright, so we press play. And obviously the Kong sounds so fresh, love the Kong. Alright, so we go map selection, and we've got 4 different terrains. So we've got this sandy, sort of deserty terrain. It's going to give us different rhythm. I don't think it's going to do like Arabic or, sandy sort of rhythms, but, it's going to give us a different style of player. So let's have a listen. I'm going to go through the different terrains. It's more of a dancey sort of techno vibe. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. So if I like that again, we could, like my kick, I can insert them down in the map, and then basically I'll get to keep that rhythm. But let's go through our terrain. So we've got another one called Lava, and this one again, this sounds pretty cool. It's a bit more of a breakbeaty sort of vibe. And again, we can change up the kit just accordingly to sort of make it a bit more fitting. Alright, let's look at our next terrain here. We've got like a watery one. What's it called? I think it's called Uncharted. Alright, cool. Let's have a look at this. And it's got some little triangles, giving us some interesting vibe. Change our kit up here. That's pretty cool. You could almost do like a trap beat to that. Yeah, that's nice. Got a bit of a trap vibe. Now you're probably also wondering, what are these mirror knobs here doing? Well, basically when you hit the mirror, it's gonna actually essentially giving you 4 more channels that will trigger not only the main, like for example the kick, but if I dial in mirror, it'll start triggering off another sample. So if you have a look here, you can see it lighting up. And just complicates things, or makes it the groove a bit more complex. It gives it a pretty insane rhythm actually. So we could even do it to our percussion. Put it on full. So you can hear that, it's done a little snare or something. I really like this beat we've got here, so I'm just gonna hit send to track. That's gonna bypass mode there, and then just make sure there's no run on here, but Kong doesn't seem to have that, so that's cool. Press close, and we got our beat here. And if you unmute, I mean, I don't know if we want to unmute our other one here. Nah, it's not gonna go together too well. But there you have it, guys. This beat map is actually something to be reckoned with. It's really cool, really easy to dial in a beat, and really easy to get a rhythm and a groove that's just going to work for you and your song. Thanks so much for joining me on Emblem the Mix. I hope that was enjoyable for you, and yeah, check it out if you haven't got Resident 11 yet. It's I really love it. It's not my main DAW, but it's definitely a fun, creative and intuitive environment to make music, and I do use it a lot to make music these days, so you know, it's getting up there. Probably Ableton Live is my main DAW, but this one here is definitely up there when it comes to creation and making songs. And now with all this amazing MIDI and utilities where you can, you know, get in there and just basically rip apart MIDI, it's made it really enjoyable and fun. Alright, thanks for joining me here on Emblem the Mix. Peace out. Boom.